Now you're an incredible mimic. You do so many impressions, like, you can do accents really well. Is there, I feel like for myself, when you go impression, it's not part of my stand-up, but I'm just saying in life,
Right.
there's things that come naturally to you. Like you just go, oh, I can do that one.
Oh yeah, I do it right back to people immediately if I hear it.
Is there one that was tough to crack, but then you got it? Like you couldn't.
I never worked on them.
Really? It just
it either happens or it don't happen.
So it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm not gonna, because if you're working at it, then what am I doing? A character? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm really just like, I talk to you and and even if it's just an American accent, but if they have a wimpy voice, a deep voice, whatever,
yeah.
I tend to just repeat exactly what I just heard.
And for the foreign ones, it's just like that too.
Same thing.
So you just
People
have a great
go,
ear.
He does accent. I go, I just do what I hear.
Yeah.
But
you also pick up on, the whole thing is you pick up on like the social aspects of that culture. Like you don't just do a voice.
No, you got it. Well, if you're also doing a voice, your body has to change.
Okay.
You can't just do an Indian voice and be straight like, hello everybody, how's it? But your whole body, hello everybody. And then if it doesn't do this, if it doesn't flow, then you're like, the fuck you doing?
Because this is what they do.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
That's why you never have to worry about India working on AI robots, because you know how hard it is to make a robot do this? It need to be on a gimbal.
Yeah. No, that one is yeah, the Indian one
Have you done India yet?
I've never done it.
You should do it.
I've done a lot. I've done South Africa.
It's great,
isn't it? I've done a lot of Western Europe. I've done Hong Kong, Singapore, Tokyo, Macau in Asia. That's like my extent of Asian touring. You've done fucking everywhere.
I've done all those.
You've done the Middle East. I've never done.
Yeah, the Middle East is
No,
great.
I have. I've done Abu Dhabi.
Hey, you did it last year. Earlier this year.
This year, yeah. That's
May, right?
That's the first time. Sorry, that's my first time going there.
Etihad. I opened up that arena.
You did?
I was the first guy in there.
That must have been.
It was in 2021. It was during pandemic.
Did I tell you that so they gave me the the pregame speech of like, don't talk about Islam, don't talk about the royals, and like, don't be fucking gross. And I was like, I can help you with 2 of those, but I'm just gonna be gross.
Yeah.
And you could tell that like it's a release. You could see.
Oh yeah.
The people, like when I'm saying things, like actually cheering, like the guy, they're enjoying it, right? And then afterwards, I'm back in like the dressing room, and then somebody comes in and they're like, "Hey, some of the royals would like to say hello," and I just was like just kind of frowned.
Oh yeah,
like, they do, and they're like, "Yeah, you want to come down here?" And I go, "Okay." I go out in this room, and a lot of times these post-show meet somebody things are bare, like it's empty. And but like I get in front of the the backdrop thing for the photo, and all of a sudden there's like 40 people in the room.
Yes.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then these 3 gorgeous girls walk up, and I'm like, who's this? They're like, these are the royal daughters. And I'm like, oh fuck. And I did this thing where like normally you're like, hey, like arms around.
Hey, you
like,
put your arms in front of you?
and I was like,
I do that too.
I was like, hello. And I was like scared. I was like, I'm sorry about what I did. And they're like, no, we enjoyed it. I was like, okay. Am I in trouble? And they're like, no, everything's fine. We loved it. We can't wait to see you again. I was like, okay. And I just wanted it to like wrap up. I still felt scared. I was like,
that happened to me at one of my shows in Abu Dhabi years ago. One of the princesses came back to say hi, and she was beautiful. I was just like, what? And I couldn't. I was like, and she had like all female security team.
Yeah.
And they all had automatic weapons underneath their burqas. But you could see the strap and you could see the gun sticking out. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah. And they didn't look like girls that are like, oh my God, how do I fire this? They look like, let's go, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And but she was really sweet and very. They're very sweet.
They're very.
And
sweet.
they make you feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
Every royal person I've ever met is all the same. They always know how to make you feel like, they take your defense down because you're like, hey, don't worry about all the formal stuff. Let's just be people.
Let's just
right
be
now.
people. Yeah. Well, you have the best story ever about King of Jordan.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool story. It's my buddy.
And
then Prince Charles, I met him.
What was he like? Same thing?
I meet him at this function in London, and he's like, "Where's the Indian detective?" And I go, he goes, Russell Peters. He talks very like that. And it sounds like my dad almost.
Your dad have that British?
British with an Indian twang to it, but not heavy. It was pretty good. It was like, but... So we're walking, me and Prince Charles, and I got my hands in front of me.
Yeah.
And he's got his bloated hands in front of him. Have you seen his hands?
Yes.
They're fucking disgusting. In person, it's even worse.
Yeah.
They look like blood sausages.
They do. That's just gout,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're walking, and Camilla's walking behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, oh, sir, do you want your wife to walk with us? He goes, oh, no. It's like, he's a real guy.
Yeah, he's a
It's
real guy. He's
He's
like, I've had enough of that.
That was the nicest way of saying, fuck that bitch.
That's fucking amazing. Look at those little sausages.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of makes me want a sausage. Like a nice little
Jesus.
breakfast sausage right now.
Imagine if he pricks his finger, he'll flood the place.
Oh my God.
He just deflates.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call two bears, one cave.